Hello everyone, today's construction day 150.
150, that's a round number. That means 30 work days to go for the 6 months. And what are you smiling at?
We'll see.
Are we gonna make it?
We'll see, I don't know.
All right, so yeah, I think it's gonna be close, guys. You know, we did say that you know, we're not gonna sacrifice quality, you know, just to hit a number. But 30 work days from now, I do think that we'll be in the house. Will the fence be done? Will the gate be done? Will the pool be done? Not sure. But do I think the house will be done? I do. And I even said to Wilma, you know, say we move in day 200, 20 work days over the 6 months. What's the big deal? This is the rest of our life we're going to be in this home. So, you know, is it a big deal if we go from 180 to 200? Not at all. You know, are we still trying to get a lot done every day? Absolutely. But we're definitely enjoying the process, especially now that we're doing some finishing work, right?
Yes.
We can start seeing things come together.
Looks like more like a house now with the cabinets installed.
Yeah. So the cabinets are being installed today. So we're very happy about that. We really like them. The steps are finally done. I told you that the steps that Janelle and I were making was going to get a lot of airtime. So Wilma watched me work pretty hard yesterday, right?
Yes, and it was a really hot day.
Yeah, it was a real hot day, and I spent several hours in the sun. I used SPF 50. I drank all the Gatorade with a couple hours left, and I did all the actual texture work, and Janelle did the actual labor of putting the concrete on. But I liked how I did the brush, because he was using a trowel. So I grabbed just a bristle brush and just did a design, and I liked it. So I said, why not? I'll just do all the steps. So that was a few hours. So like I mentioned in the closing of yesterday's video, it was a 2 Tylenol night, right?
You were out.
And 1 back rub.
Yes.
So yeah, it definitely took a lot out of me yesterday. So we'll get you guys some updates, working on the fence, a little bit of landscaping, more ceiling work. So a couple projects going on at the same time. So let's get to the updates. All right, so our cabinets have made it on site, and the company is Enting Furniture. There is the range hood. Look at that. Look at the shine. And that's wood. Doesn't it look like metal? But that is all wood. So that's the focal point. And as you guys know, the island's going to be that same color. So they have the cabinets laid out. Very nice. It's all marine plywood. See, all the handles are underneath and go up. So very nice. And look at the shines. Automotive paint. And they said they do 7 layers, and then they put a gloss on top. So that's like glass. Really is nice. So this was highly recommended by our contractor. And at first look, it looks really, really good. Toe kick. See the toe kick? I heard that is rare here, so we asked for that. Looks like they're getting ready to put the pantry in. So again, this is Enting Furniture, and Tang Hai is the barangay, which is about 2 hours from here. I was told Tang Hai is about 2 hours from Darwin. So while they're here, and Jim Boy is right there, he is the son of the owner, so he's the supervisor. And he's going to look at our measurements and give us a quote for Wilma's walk-in closet. So he brought a lot of guys with him. I'm going to say 6 guys he brought with him. And they're going to start working on the installation. So at first look, very pleased. So we're in the home stretch here. So you can see today we put the sacks down and then filled it up with the stone. Did the same thing here, all stone. So now what we're doing is we're digging this out, and then we're going to put a sack with a bunch of holes in it. Then I brought my drill up today, and we created a quick drain, 2 sides, cut holes. Looks like what's that, 1.5 inch pipe, and we're going to bury that on top of the sack here, tilting downwards, tilting this way. And then we'll put another sack on top of that with a bunch of holes in it. And then we're going to come out with this stone all the way around. And we're going to build up the stone. That's why he's digging down. We're going to build up the stone to be even with this back step. So see how high that step is by design? So now when any water comes this way, rainwater, which will happen, should catch that pipe and then just drain off to this side and then find its way down. So this looks like the last step. So there's something here that was interesting, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So they're working on getting the cabinets installed, and they have it all level, and then they're attaching it obviously with screws into the wall. But what I wanted to show is how they do it. They said they don't like using the plastic. They said it's not strong. So they drilled into the concrete, and then they have a piece of wood that they drive into the hole. And I'll grab the wood here. So here is, it's basically just a square dowel. What type of wood is this?
Gemelina.
Gemelina wood. I'm probably saying it a little wrong. And they drive it in to the hole, and then they snap it off. And they say that's a very hard wood, better than plastic. So then when they attach the cabinet and screw it into the wall, it goes into that wood with the wood screw to hold everything in place. So I've never seen that done before. Usually, typically you see just those plastic inserts that you just hammer in, and they're saying that this wood is stronger than the plastic. I see a smile.
Yay!
So you like the cabinets?
Yes, very much.
All right, she's very excited about the cabinets. So let me kind of show you. They're not done yet. They got some fingerprints on it, and they got to clean that up. And then they got the hydraulics that they got to put in yet. So the guys are going on lunch. But I'll just show you real quick. We got our toe kicks, so we're happy about that. So that's a good deal. All the cabinets need to be adjusted. So see how this is just off by a little bit? So they're going to come in after lunch and do all the adjustments. Everything is screwed in. If you guys remember, I said that we're going to have a 110 step down inside one of the cabinets. So there is the outlet for that. So my 110 step down will be wired, 4 wires that goes in the back of the unit. And that will energize this 110 outlet, and then there's another 110 outlet on the other side. So that's how that's going to work. And then there'll be 220 coming to this, which will be plugged into directly into the step down. But it's all very nice and modern looking. That's the molding right there. That molding comes over here. So they got to fit that in later today. This is the pantry, and Jim Boy, who is the supervisor here, recommended that we do something different. This is what the cabinet maker does. This is called their trademark when they do a pantry. He said, let's not do a total pantry. Let's do a cutout for your microwave. So that's what we did. So the pantry is you got 2 shelves above the microwave, and then a nice big open area below, and then microwave will be there. And you can see we have no pulls. We didn't want any pulls, so everything is gripped. You just reach in and pull, and then underneath, same thing. You just pull out, and then across. See how clean looking it is? Now there's fingerprints here that you guys may see. They said they're going to clean everything up, but there's a hand right there, hand grip, and you open it right up. So we're very pleased. Look at the range hood. So that's very nice. And that's all wood. Doesn't that look like it's made out of metal? So again, what we did was that color was one of the color of the tiles in the bathroom, and then that color was the lighter color of the bathroom tile. So we're so glad now. Wilma made mention. She said, oh, I'm so glad we didn't do white walls. So this would be white and then white right above. She's very happy that it's 3 different colors here. So the focal point, the white cabinets, and then the in-between color for the walls. So she's pleased about that. This is where the stove will go. And then here is the actual range hood. That's stainless, and they're not going to install that today. They're going to install that when they come back, because they're still working on the island. So the island will be here in a week or 2, and they'll install, which is good because the ceiling's not up yet. So concern about this? Absolutely. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some 60 by 60 tile here, and then they're going to cover this with paper. Everything is going to be covered, and then the guys are going to have to be careful. I'm sure there's going to be some spillage, but that's, they're going to have to just be careful, and covering it with paper should keep it from, getting any paint on it. So that'll be done. And then to the left, got one cabinet here, and then the overhead cabinet where the refrigerator will go, because the refrigerator will be here, 36 by 72, and one large open cabinet. And they still got to put the hydraulics in here, so that's going to be after lunch. So there is the look. I'll stand back of our cabinet. So now the next thing that we have to start working on is obviously getting the island here, but now we have to do our final backsplash, because the backsplash will go all the way across, and the backsplash will also go even with the cabinets. So that'll happen. So we have to finalize the color of our backsplash. All right, so the boss was listening to me do that last clip, and she said, hey, I don't want any tile above the range hood. She just wants this color paint come down and this color paint come down. She said no tile up here. She only wants tile up to this area. So I guess that's wise, because I think you would have to pull this out to actually tile behind it. So I'm actually glad about that. She says she likes this tan look coming down. She wants no tile up here. She just wants the tile to come across. And she's already starting to bring up the samples. I think we have 3 or 4 samples on site. So she's already doing that. And then take a look at this. See how that opens up? So that's where the piping will go to go out. So they're going to have to cut a hole in this. And then for the range hood, the piping will go up and go out to exhaust any heat or smoke from cooking. So just wanted to share that. No tile above the range hood. The guys are complete today. They covered everything up with paper. They'll be back in a couple weeks with the island. And they put some cardboard across the top and some pieces of tile to hold it in place. We also took some extra tile here, turn it upside down, just to keep everything clean. This is going to be our backsplash pick. What we did was, this is the Hell No tile, and this was our second choice. So what we did was we lined up all three and had the cabinet guys pick, and all six picked this. And they said the reason for that is this color here is very close to the color of the range hood as well as the island. So they said that they wanted, they would choose that if it was them. So that's what we're going with. So all protected. So now next up, get the ceiling on without any damage to our cabinets. So the boys now, they can't eat out of the same bowl anymore because they growl at each other. So Wilma is now fixing 3 different meals. She puts no bones for them, and then of course Sandy gets whatever bones we have left over. But you can see the boys are doing much better when they have their own bowl. They got into a fight a couple times. Kind of fun to watch. They don't hurt each other, but definitely a lot of growling. And you know, they think that food is all theirs. They don't want to share. So 3 bowls for 3 dogs. All right, you guys are in for a treat. Gonna show you guys the final look of the steps. Is this sexy or what? Looking good. Is that sexy or what?
Oh, jeez.
Well, take a look. It came out nice. See how white it's starting to turn? I mean, it's still damp. You can see it's still damp up there because that's the ones that we poured last. But I think, you know, mixing in that Sahara and cleaning that sand is really going to make these steps really turn white once it's done. And you can see Jernal, he put some rebar across, and I said, hey, why'd you do that? He goes, I don't want any of the workers to step on it with their dirty feet. They can go around. So that's Jernal. But take a look. See how good it looks? All the way up the side. Going up. All filled in. And that goes down a long way. That goes down at least 9 or 10 inches. So this is going to be a nice channel for any water to run. But all cleaned up. All looking good. Still needs to dry. That's the 16-inch step. Call it a landing. And I'll go ahead and take a photo from the top. All right, so this is going to be the last video of these steps, but we got the drain in, and it's all tilting to the side. We pulled it out. You can see it does angle just a bit this way. So any water comes this way will fill up. Should not go over the steps. Should hit the drain and go down. And now there's no trip hazard here. And now we're just starting to clean up some of this area. So now we're going to have to use really this area as a reference point for the rest of this area, which is fine. So remember all the rubble that was here? So we're starting to clean this up and get this grade down. The same thing here. See all this debris? We got to get all this out. I think Jernal said he wants to put some stuff here so nobody steps on this. But we'll clean this up, take this dirt, and start going this way. So I guess this will be our next project. You know, to start working and getting this to the proper grade.